Welcome back, guys. And today in class number 7, we're going to introduce our multi-zone systems. So some of the biggest improvements that we've made from our R410 generation to our 454B, I think the most notable thing is adding an extra port to each one of the sizes. So our previous 18,000, which was a 2-zone, is now a 3-zone system. Our previous 28,000 used to be a 3-zone, now it's a 4-zone system. And our previous 4-zone is now a 5-zone, and our 48 and 55,000 both bumped up to a 6-zone setup. Now let's show you guys what really makes this system unique compared to the rest. So, as we turn this around, you're gonna see that we have isolated ports A, B, C, and D. So we can connect up to 4 heads on this system here, and we also have a king valve. A lot of other brands do not have a king valve, and they don't have individual ports. You'll have many brands that'll have a 1-port connection with a branch box, or other ones that have the ports but may not have a king valve. We have the ports and the king valves. And the freedom and flexibility that provides technicians is really unique, because let's paint a picture. We have a 4-zone system installed in a home. Technician gets a service call. Hey, zone A is not cooling. Technician gets there, it's late in the evening, they determine, yup, there's something wrong with the unit. Rather than leaving that homeowner without any air conditioning at all, we could isolate this unit here, close the valves, disconnect the wires from this system, and the other 3 heads are gonna be running perfectly fine, still providing that homeowner comfort while the technician has enough time to determine what's wrong, come back, and fix the issue. Or if they simply want to relocate the head to another room, that option is available to them. Because with the freedom and flexibility, we can go ahead and open up the valves on each individual head and go ahead and vacuum and do all of our work on each individual unit. Or we could open up all the valves and do everything from one king valve setup. So how they could approach this, it's really unique and really flexible, and it gives them that peace of mind to be able to do all those different combinations with this setup here. The other thing is the serviceability. When I open up this unit, we're gonna see each head has its own EXV valve, and I'm gonna show you where we decided to position that compared to the rest of the competition. Most competitors, you're gonna find your EXV valves on the back of a unit. Now imagine if you have to come and service a unit, you determine the EXV valve is not working, and all of this copper is already connected with all the wiring. How is the technician gonna get back here? So we're gonna open up this unit and show you a couple other features that make it really cool. And we've heard your feedback. So what we went ahead and did is took the wiring terminals and we made them 3 times larger than the previous generation. So that way it's much easier for you to get in there and hardwire your systems to this unit here. Another great piece of feedback that we got on our previous generation, all technicians loved how simple it was to come and troubleshoot on this unit, because it was very easy. All you had to do was remove this top cover here and you gained access to your IPM board and your troubleshooting display, which would let you know error codes, what's wrong with the system, your test button. Technician made a great point. Ed, what happens if it's snowing or if it's raining outside? We took that feedback, we went back to the drawing board and we made a nice little change for you. We moved all of our troubleshooting components right here to the wiring terminal of this system. So right here you could see LED front panel display, which is going to show me error codes, dip switch settings, and that old faithful test button that we utilized to test 45 different parameters of this system, all right here on the side. So if it's raining outside, don't worry, you're not going to compromise the system itself. So I've already gone ahead and removed the screws so that way I could get this top cover off. And right here, we're gonna go ahead, pop this out, and show you what the compressor looks like. Guys, look at how we position our EXV valves. Technicians love how simple this is to work on. You could go ahead, and here's the great thing, all of them are labeled. We could go ahead and remove the connection point on these systems, test out what's going on with them. You could feel the ticking, put them back in any position, and they're gonna go ahead and catch on. Another thing is, Guys love how easy it is to ohm out our compressors. On a lot of units, you have this little screw here with this cap. Now in this particular system, that's right up front, which is fairly easy to get to. But in many cases on larger units, it's all the way in the back, and trying to get in there with some tools makes it very difficult. So what we did is, from our previous generation to our new generation, we moved our Molex plug connection. So now we could ohm out with our multimeter, ohm out what's going on with our compressor, and we could check the voltage that's coming into the main board. Because guys, you're getting up to 600 volts here. Last thing we want you to do is touch this, so you could go ahead and check what's going on with that board. Now, another great feature when it comes to our compressors, technicians always ask this question. When I run my line sets, what's my minimum line set run? Minimum line set run is standard across the industry, and that's gonna be a minimum of 10 feet. Question I always get, Ed, but what happens if my unit's right outside the wall where my indoor unit is installed? That's less than 10 feet. No worry. Go ahead and coil up that run at least 18 inches. You don't want to have any kinks in your line, because all of our compressors have an oil return function. So even when that indoor system is running and it shuts off, the outdoor unit's gonna run for an extra 45 seconds to a minute, so that way it could pull any residual oil all the way back to the compressor. So you don't have to worry about building traps. Maximum line set runs vary from unit to unit. That's why you make sure that you refer to the Cooper&Hunter catalog to determine what is your maximum line set run. And guys, whatever the book says, that's your maximum. So if this unit right here in front of me is telling me it's 262 feet total, that is the maximum run that I can do on my copper line set. Anything past that, you're running the risk of voiding your warranty, because the absolute max in our books is exactly what this unit is rated for. So we have two options available for you. We have a hyperheat unit that's going to include a shutoff valve. This shutoff valve communicates with the refrigerant leak detection sensor. So let's say a sensor goes off on my Astoria wall mount, you're gonna get an error code, you're gonna hear an alarm, and that sensor is gonna go ahead and send a signal to this outdoor unit, and that shutoff ball valve is gonna go ahead and close the refrigerant cycle to the rest of the heads. It's a great feature to have to try to save as much refrigerant from leaking out on this system. We also have an option without it. So, dealer's choice. We're trying to provide solutions for every different application, for every different market. And with those combinations and all the different heads that we provide you, you're looking at over 700 different combinations. You're out there, you're out on the field, every home is built different, every business is built different, and Cooper&Hunter has provided a solution for nearly every one of those scenarios. And guys, we have everything that you need available to you to make your lives easier. We're backing you every step of the way. If you have any questions, please turn to that Cooper&Hunter catalog. All the details are there for you. If not, reach out to one of our specialists and we'll be more than happy to help you out. And thank you for joining Cooper&Hunter University. Professor Edwin, out.